Russell Wilson, the presumed starter for the New York Giants, was on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast with Carmelo Anthony, and he listed various reasons as to why he liked the Giants and the fit with the Giants. He talked about the abilities of one Malik Neighbors and also detailed some other stuff.
Here with Dave's, man, I'm excited because of, his offensive wizardry is really special, and so him and Kafka, a guy who played quarterback in the league, and just the rest of the staff too. Man, it's just people that I know and people that I believe in, and I'm excited about the opportunity to play in this great organization. I don't mind the lights. I don't mind that part of it. I think the other part of it for me, most importantly, though, of all of that, is I've been here before. When you walk into a stadium, into a locker room, and like my locker is the same locker I had when I won the Super Bowl. And so for me, when I see that, I'm like, when I walk into that stadium, I'm like, I've been here before. Like, not just been here, but like we did this before. And so I fundamentally believe it's possible again in terms of just being successful again and being at the highest level.
All right, so
I'm confused. What is he talking about?
Well, because the Super Bowl they won was at MetLife.
Okay, so they gave him the exact same locker that they gave him when he played in the Super Bowl?
I guess. I mean, I don't know how that works. I mean, were they considered Lee, can you look this up? Were the Seahawks considered the home team in that Super Bowl?
They would have had to have been because if they used their home. I didn't realize they used their home locker rooms.
Against the Broncos.
But I guess that would make sense because that's I don't know. Because when I played they have a new facility, but when I played in New York, our practice facility was connected to, where what was it? The Meadowlands. It was connected. I'm just confused because to me, you have multiple locker rooms. You have the game day locker room, and then you have your practice locker room in most cases. But New York had the same locker room when I was there.
Did we?
What are you laughing at?
Well, because I'm wondering.
He confused me. I ain't gonna lie.
I think he confused you because Russell Wilson might have been caught in a little bit of a lie. Lee, who was the home team in that Super Bowl?
That would have been the Denver Broncos, who were rocking the orange jerseys while the Seahawks were in their alternate white jerseys.
So how would the Seahawks as the visitor?
They got the home locker room because what?
Because they determine a home and away team for each Super Bowl, even though it's a neutral. So how would Russell Wilson get the same locker if he's playing at home now when he was a visitor in the Super Bowl?
Good question. Well, it is MetLife, right? So I mean, they do kind of have two home style locker rooms. Is that right? Because of the Giants.
But he's a player on the team now. He's on the Giants.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's in the Giants locker room. So is he in the same exact locker room? He's basically saying he's in the same exact locker room and locker that he was in when he played for the Seattle Seahawks, which, by the way, even giving that reasoning is still weird as hell because you were on a different team. It's not like I've been here before. Like, bruh, you was on a different team.
Well, I think just so we're keeping score here on the reasons why Russell Wilson liked the Giants as his preferred team here. All right, so Malik Neighbors' ability, Brian Daboll is the head coach, and familiarity with the building because he won a Super Bowl there. There's also
he's in the same exact lockers by his account.
There's also a fourth, the fact that the Steelers didn't want him. That's also a reason why he's with the Giants.
Oh man.
I mean
that's there. Like, that is a part of it.
And here's the problem. You don't know what to believe with the Russell Wilson stuff because apparently he wanted to stay in Pittsburgh. That was his preferred choice, was to stay in Pittsburgh. He liked Pittsburgh, but it was really Arthur Smith and the Steelers who were like, we're good here. Like, this is...
And they don't even have a quarterback.
No, yet. like they basically rolled the dice on potentially Aaron Rodgers as opposed to the guy who did want to stay there, which was Russell Wilson. So, like all these reasons for, well, this is why I wanted this team and I wanted to be here. Well, no, like what else was there, really?
Dave Ball is on the hot seat as well. We're talking about coaches on the hot seat when we just talked about Stefanski. We talked about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dave Ball is on the hot seat, too. A lot of people were surprised he made it through this year. So you bring in Dart. It looks like they're high on Jackson Dart. So it looks like whoever is going to be the starter, it's like you're there for a time. And you don't get much time in the Big Apple. So you got Jameis. It's most likely going to be Russell Wilson, which, by the way, I would not be surprised if Jameis Winston beat Russell Wilson out before the season started. I wouldn't be surprised. But Jackson Dart is going to be the guy for this team. I mean, the way they're positioning him, media-wise, the coverage of him, you can clearly see that the commitment is going to be invested in getting Jackson Dart prepared. So for what it's worth, if I'm giving an honest assessment and opinion of it all, I think that whoever's starting is a placeholder until Dart is up and ready to go, and they're confident in him going in as the starter. It's just a matter of time.
I did a little bit more digging on this Russell Wilson locker situation to find out whether or not he was spinning yarns. Lee, do you have any more on this? Because I'm seeing that apparently they're claiming it is the same locker that he has now.
Well, it is MetLife, so the Jets and Giants both have home lockers. Their locker rooms. There's actually 4 total locker rooms at MetLife.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you put them in the team's lockers? Unless that's their game day locker room?
It'd be sweet if they also gave Justin Fields the same locker as Russell Wilson, and he didn't know. And they just said the Jets were like, yeah, we'll give him the same locker too.
Well, it can't
Russell
be the Jets. It can't. The Jets had their own locker room.
You never know.
Apparently, he's saying he was in the Giants' locker room.
Listen, the whole.
Well, for the Super Bowl, he might have been in the Giants while the Broncos were in the Jets.
Might have been in the Jets. Yeah, I get it.
I
get it. When I played for the Giants, our lockers were our lockers, meaning that we didn't have a game day locker room and a during the week practice locker room. Does that make sense to y'all? You have a practice facility and a weight room facility. Like some people or some teams, they have 2 different locker rooms. You have the game day locker room that's in the stadium, and then you have the facility where you train and you practice and all that stuff. Okay, so we're clear. So what I'm saying is the New York Giants did not have 2 locker rooms when I was there. They had 1. And I can't see how they would have had anybody go into that locker room because that's where everybody's stuff is. So I don't know. That just seems strange. I mean, maybe they cleared it out for the Super Bowl. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of stuff that he says that seems strange.
I'm mad that's the most interesting part of the conversation, though. That's what's really upsetting. What's really upsetting me is that, and you know what? It is the most interesting part of the conversation because at this point, I think we know what we're getting.
Yeah, just, this is probably it. If it doesn't work here for us, then he's good. It's worked. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all work. He's good.